Happy Halloween!
Alright, what's your costume?
I'm Grease Lightning.
What are you? I'm a Hogwarts student. Can you guess what house?
Hufflepuff. Obviously.
I'm glad you said that because I got Hufflepuff socks.
Nice! Called it. Oh man.
Well, no, I'm wearing Ravenclaw robes. You can't see the blue?
Now that I see the blue, you're right. Yeah. That would do what you do. Why Glenrothes?
There was a reason why we chose this particular distillery, at least. We didn't know that this was the bottle we were going to get from them, but we did choose this distillery. Why, Plumman?
So there's a really famous ghost story that revolves around the Glenrothes distillery.
So this distillery is haunted.
Yes. Well, it was haunted.
Was haunted?
Yeah.
The ghost left? I kind of want to
I can't tell you the ending before I get into the beginning.
Alright. What's the name of the ghost that's haunting this distillery?
It was the name of a gentleman that worked there named Byway Makalago.
Are you sure you're pronouncing that right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not one to judge. I can't pronounce it. So.
There was a gentleman called James Grant, Major James Grant.
Okay.
And on an expedition to Africa, he saved a boy from a village there in Zimbabwe called Byway Makalago. Brought him back to be his busboy and then later butler. And what ended up happening...
So you just kidnapped this boy?
I don't know. I don't know the details. Rescued. And so he brought him back. He was working at the distillery. Ended up outliving Grant by 40 years until his peaceful death in 1978.
This distillery?
Yes. He worked there. He was an avid football fan. He even had tickets for life, honorarily. And he got free tea at every halftime. That's a big honor.
Oh, that's the life right there.
So, Byway passed away. A few years later, in the evening, there were reports and actually complaints of a dark spirit type thing going around the halls of the distillery. Mm-hmm. And it had a very specific beard that looked exactly like Byway's. So people were like, it's haunted. And so that's why we're doing the Glenrothes for Halloween, because it's an actual ghost story. And people were freaking out. They had to call in a paranormal investigator to look into the matter. Okay, we got an expert.
Wait, this is like those ghost hunter guys on the Discovery Channel?
Yes.
Not Discovery, was it Travel Channel?
Probably, or Sci-Fi or something.
They're just so stupid. They're just like, with the night light, they're like, oh my god, you hear that? And it's like probably like a little rat in the corner.
Yeah, but if you have a ghost, who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters! We should have dressed up as Ghostbusters!
Next Halloween.
Expecto Patronum!
They called the Ghostbuster, or the paranormal investigator. He ends up not finding Byway at the distillery, so he's like, I have to track him down at the grave. Goes to the grave under a full moon during Halloween. So goes, talks to Byway at his grave. They settle the matter amicably, and he doesn't haunt the distillery anymore. And that's the end of it. So it used to be haunted for quite a bit of time.
You think they gave like ghost tours there during this time of year?
I'm sure.
The bottle I actually wanted to get from this distillery, they have a special Halloween bottle. It's a 13-year Glenrothes.
Ooh.
We covered the haunted story of Glenrothes.
Yes.
But did you know that Halloween originated from the Celtic areas?
No.
Like Ireland,
I
Scotland.
don't believe that. Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Historical records show that Halloween came from the pagan holiday of Samhain.
So what?
I might be pronouncing that wrong.
No, that sounded good.
Samhain?
So what?
Are you gonna say that every time I see Samhain? So what? But Samhain.
So what?
This pagan holiday was to denote the end of summer and the beginning of the darker months.
The dead months.
Yeah, the dead months. The original holiday actually was on the 31st of October, or roughly right around there on the Celtic calendar. It was deemed also the day that the boundary between our world and the afterlife was the thinnest. So therefore, you could have more connections or communication with people who passed on the night of Samhain.
So what?
A lot of the Halloween traditions actually came from that. Let's just take the idea of people going around in costumes at all. Like, I mean, now I'm dressed as a Hogwarts student. You're
Grease lightning.
John Travolta. But this came from the Scottish youth who were dressed as mummers and guises in an effort to ward off evil spirits during Halloween. So they thought of they dressed like the spirits themselves, or like they dressed scarier than the spirits, and they could ward them off.
Wow.
Scare them away. And then eventually that devolved into them just going out night on the town dressed as this and threatening to defame people's houses if they didn't welcome them in or give them some sort of treats or whatever. So, or trick or treat.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's where trick or treat came from?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
There's all used to be like this kind of biscuit, so in British terms that's like a cookie or something that would be handed out to these mummers and geysers.
Wow.
And and they would carry as their lantern carved with these grotesque faces on it to ward off the evil spirits of the night, so that they can safely traverse, from house to house. They carried around these lanterns that became jack-o'-lanterns. But in Scottish tradition, or like way back when, they made them out of turnips instead of pumpkins.
The hell is a turnip?
It's like a little root vegetable. Like,
can you put a candle in it?
Apparently, yeah, you can, because they had to light it somehow. So they carved out the faces. They put a candle in it. They lit it, and they walked around with this thing, and boom,
turnips. Turn up.
Turn up.
Nice.
This won't ward off the spirits, but it'll keep them happy.
Put the spirit in me.
You want more spirits?
Always. Oh man.
But yeah, so Halloween
that's really cool.
Came not only from Scotland, but from just all of the Celtic groups from the pagan holiday of Samhain.
So what? Every time you curse, I'm gonna say so control yourself. Because now it's just gonna be a double bleep. Alcohol, right, goes through your body, goes in the blood. Mm-hmm. Once ethanol gets in the blood, goes up to the brain. And that happened.
It's haunted. Holy,
was that Bay Week?
No, that goat you killed is coming back to destroy you.
True. Oh man, coming into the end of the segment.
Yep.
We drank Glenrothes today for Halloween. Mm-hmm. Let's toast the ghost.
All right. So that's the end of our episode. Until next month.
To the ghost.
To you guys.
Na zdravie.
This is Ron's favorite. What the? If you watched the first Harry Potter movie, you know Ron's.
Booger.
It is Booger. Oh! But you got it right. Oh! Congratulations. It's a bogey flavored one. How's your British accent?
It's so salty. I am done. Oh, it's still there.